All right, my friends, welcome back to Frog Boy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today I want to talk about the Nvidia versus the whole AMD thing again. I know, I make these videos every single day, and you guys always tell me that, man, why you got to make another one of those? I just, I just have. Okay, so here's the thing, man. I just have my experience with these cards, with these GPUs. Right now we got the 4070 back in. I just made this video that you guys are watching right now, from doing the 7800 XT, doing the 4070, looking at the ray tracing performance of Hogwarts Legacy. And when I look at this and I see the way that this game is running, and you'll see this as you're watching this video. I posted this video up, so I mean you can watch it without this background or whatever. But if when you look at like the performance, like watching the Nvidia card like stop and stutter and stop and stutter, and I mean, like, obviously the AMD one does it too, but not as frequently. It just kind of seems like the AMD card is able to is able to be able to like cache the shaders or something just a little bit faster. So when it does that, you do see the frame rates drop down into the 20s, whereas on the Nvidia card, it just literally stops, freezes, and then it starts playing again. And when you have things like that, it is annoying. But I mean, like, obviously if it's a game that you really like and you really want to play, I don't necessarily always see that as a bad thing. And I kind of feel this is the exact way I feel. I feel like PC gamers are very snobby, and they just feel like, and I mean, I guess it kind of comes with the amount of money we invest in these PCs, that we're like, man, we shouldn't be having to deal with stuttering and all of that. Like, I get it, but to go out of your way consistently to say that AMD makes trash products and that Nvidia are better, when you know damn well that Nvidia has just as many stuttering problems as anything, and in some cases, like you're seeing right now, more so than the AMD side. And this is why I nag about this so much. This is why I make so many of these videos, is because there's so much there's so much negativity towards AMD, and just propping Nvidia up on your shoulders. So here's the thing, and this is what kind of started this whole thing, is there's a lot of gamers out there, especially on the Xbox and the PlayStation 5, especially with both of these ecosystems finally starting to put their games on PC day and date. PlayStation not day and date yet, but it is going to be coming pretty soon. A lot of these console guys are going to be looking to move over from console and move over to PC. And my main thing is to try to help, as many of them as I can get into a better experience, get their first experience to be a little bit smoother, not as rocky. Because when you get on PC, yes, you are going to experience some of these things. Some games are going to be worse than others. And I just want to help them be well informed. I don't want, like, I've never intended this channel to be I never intended this channel to be an AMD fanboy channel, or an Xbox fanboy channel or anything like that. All I've ever tried to do is be informative. And I am human. Like, I get the people that come to the channel and they're like, no, AMD is better. So I feel like I got to push back a little bit harder. And so a lot of my content does come out feeling like it's biased, or feeling like it's like I'm just trashing Nvidia, or like I'm going out of my way to trash PlayStation or something like that. And the truth of the matter is there are things that we as gamers and we as consumers are willing to overlook, and we're willing to not say anything about it, to prop up our favorite brand, to see them do better, or whatever else. I personally, and this may seem hard to believe, I don't owe any of these companies anything. I'm not a shill for any one of them. I am simply, and you can go back and watch all of my content. I'm simply just trying to set the record straight and be like, look, man, this product is good, but this one's just as good. You know what I mean? Like, I know it sounds like I'm always like defending the little guy or propping up like the welfare brand or whatever you guys want to say. But the truth of the matter is when it comes to gaming, I take it I take it. I mean, I take it pretty seriously. But at the end of the day, you got to remember it's just video games. But there's a lot of money invested in this. There's a lot of research that a lot of gamers go through. And when you watch like some of these other benchmark videos, and you see like a little bit of gameplay, and it's running side by side, and all of that stuff, you're getting information from obviously creators that are just too big now, that they just don't have the time to sit there and really play the games. I know that most of them probably started out as like, yeah, dude, I'm a gamer, I want to do it, just like I am, and then they get like super big, and then they lose that because they depend more on the income from YouTube, so their content kind of sways toward the negative or something like that. And my content does that too. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, or I'm not saying that my content is better than anybody else's. I'm just saying that like right now, man, like I'm trying to help people actually make good decisions based on real world experience with actually going to the store, buying these products, putting them together, putting them in my machine, and then playing the software that I purchased for them in a way that like only I feel like it's kind of like a unique perspective, the way that I'm doing this and the way that I go about it. So I've never claimed to be an expert. Like, I'm not an expert. I just know that I'm a consumer. I buy this stuff. I have expectations. And when I get home and I play things, and this is, my friends, this has just been like my experience since I've bought AMD. I've just had a better experience overall. I've just had a smoother experience, a more consistent experience on the AMD cards than I normally do on the Nvidia cards. And that's just, due to, I don't know what it's due to. Maybe I just don't know how to set up the Nvidia cards. Maybe I just, you know what I mean? And that's kind of their fault. It's kind of Nvidia's fault for making things very, very, complicated and confusing. Whereas in AMD, you jump in there, you set things up. Like, it takes me less time to set up my AMD cards every time I swap them back in. It's just amazing how fast it is. And like, when I have the 7800 XT in there, and then I put the 7900 XT right in there, I don't even really have to do anything with the drivers. It just, boom, they're already there. They're the same drivers, so I don't really need to delete and reinstall them, and I don't have any problems. I don't have any issues like that. The only time I have to delete everything is when I'm putting the Nvidia card in, or I'm putting the I'm putting the AMD cards back in after the Nvidia. Then I delete everything. I did try it like a couple of times, like one time with the AMD drivers still on there and the Nvidia card worked, but for the most part, man, the Nvidia experience, in my opinion, and this is after five GPUs, five Nvidia GPUs, it's very up and down. Some games will run very, very well on it. Some games just don't. And then there's a lot of in the middle stuff, whereas I kind of do feel like I get a better experience with the AMD cards. And that includes like, and this is me basing this off the 7800 XT, because clearly the 7900 XT is a better experience than the 4070. It's a better class card. It's higher. It's got more power. Whatever. So when I look at the 4070 versus the 7800, and I bring that together, I just feel like the overall experience is much. Is a little bit smoother. Like, I was just sitting here before I put this up, and I was playing some Resident Evil. I played a little bit on the 7800 earlier, and then I jumped over to the 4070, and I was playing that. Already out of the gate, the same settings on the 7800 XT tells me that I'm out of VRAM on the 4070. Like, it's like 13.9 gigs or something, and the 7800 XT runs that beautifully. The 4070, it runs it like you're not seeing a whole lot of like stuttering or anything like that. But I noticed it immediately that my controls and everything else felt more sluggish on the 4070 playing that game. And you know, that might have something to do with, you know, like the VRAM, but I don't know. Like, it just feels more sluggish when I play on the Nvidia card in certain games. Just I mean, well, actually, that's the first time I felt that, and actually, like, whoa, okay, I was playing this a minute ago, and now I'm playing this, and it feels like a lot harder to aim, stuff like that. So, in my opinion, you know, I do kind of feel like AMD just offers the better experience in the same class range. I just do. And that's obviously user presence or user preference, and something that, like, you have to, like, go out of your way to find out. If you're loyal to Nvidia, it is what it is, man. Like, if you want to see what AMD's got, like, I do think they're in a good position, last generation, this generation, to go ahead and, you know, give them a try. Give them a try. What do you, I mean, like, you don't really have a whole lot to lose. I mean, obviously, you know, most places will take these cards back within a couple of weeks or whatever, and then you can get what you actually want. But when it comes to when it comes to, you know, being in a good spot for you to be able to actually look at AMD as a viable option, yes, AMD is awesome. It holds up really well. I don't really notice, like, any kind of I don't feel like I'm at a disadvantage with AMD. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like, in a lot of cases, I feel like the experience is better. I mean, obviously, the Adrenaline software is significantly better than the freaking Nvidia control panel. So, all right, my friends, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Thank you guys for watching this new and improved AMD rant video. I really appreciate it. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.